taken at about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. Beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
He's tackled at the 30.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Still a few inches short of the first down as they come up now on second down. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. So the Rams in great position here as they get things started. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offense.
He fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
When we draw defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
This pass to Jennings, and he makes a catch. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats. Throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch, but still, no yardage. Okay.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Gonna give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Wilson, flushed out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is Carson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage.
Hey, whatever you're doing, you need to go to sleep.
Turn to the side.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
5-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up
now Leonard Fournette. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Packers 7, Rams nothing.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Eluding the pressure right. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 more there and another first down.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the
out of the gun. It's Burrow. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
complete.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 4th down.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Escaping the pressure right. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Carson. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And this one into the hands of DJ Sharp. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far, and you know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position to put 6 points on the board.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now
throwing again. It's Burrow.
At the Packers' 30-yard line.
He'll get this to Eckler. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
To the air again, Burrow. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And his kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Packers take over 1st and 10. At their own
the Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd.
Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after it. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This one caught by Ridley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Clock keeps moving.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And this one complete on the slant route. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Rams, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And the Rams are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
Wide receiver.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are now just a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
But on the sideline, difference in the feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Throwing again. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. They run again with Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Packers.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now it's Carson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Flushed out right. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Kick is good. makes the score Packers 17.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get low on those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They're passing here. Joe Burrow gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop first down.
On 4th down, they'll try to run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. On the slant, this is Chark. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Wilson, flush to his right. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. DJ Chark, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. This is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
Intercepted.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. On 1st down, Carson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Chris Carson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Barnes. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Again, it's Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. Touchdown, LA! Calvin Ridley, 69 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
Touchdown, Rams.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door.
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Wilson wants to throw it, escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Wilson's pass complete to
Now get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. DJ Chark with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Packers add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barnes. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Complete to
Now Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And Burrow going to be intercepted here. Terrell Johnson able to pick it. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
by the Packers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.